Back to part 3. Like I was saying, riches choke the word, man. You can't be a multi-billionaire, quadrillionaire, and then say you love the Lord. You can't be flying on a private jet and then say the Lord's dealing with you, man. And if he is dealing with you, he dealing with you like 2/3. He said he rewards the fools and the transgressors, man. And who guess who transgressed the laws? The whole house of Israel. So any of us could be 2/3. Any of us could be 1/3. But I know this, you'll know the ones that are trying to be like the hopeful elect or the elect, Lord willing, part of that number, by their fruits, which is their doctrine. Are they teaching you that the MOTB is white women? Are they teaching you it's sin? Are they putting their lives on the line and not have a lot of money? Because if they got a lot of money and they not even giving it to the brotherhood, for one, that's already going off. But the Lord is not an author of confusion, man. He's not gonna do that, man. But there is some brothers that might have, you know, a little bit more than others. Some, you know, but when it comes to one being ultra rich, let's say if some ultra rich dude come into the truth, well, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna split his money so much with the brotherhood, he's gonna be right there at the bottom with them and choose to be down there. Just like when Jeremiah was in prison and he warned Israel of all the shit that was gonna happen, and then it happened, and they said, damn, you right, man, and they let him out of prison. The guard let him out of prison, and he said, all right, well, where do you want to go? You can come over here, or you can go back with the Judites, with Judah, so-called Negroes who we left in the field to tend to the vineyard. He said, hey, I'm going to go back with the brotherhood. I'm going to go back with my people. And he went back over there. You know, that's what I was reading in Jeremiah the other day. You know, and I try to not read too much by myself because I really like listening to the apostles and elders. I like to study. But I don't want to go off no more, man. And I know I cannot lean on my own understanding. And the understanding that I do get from when I do read by myself is because I listen to the elders and apostles, man. I ain't getting nothing without the elders and apostles into this truth, man. I want to let that be well known. So verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. Talking about the doctrine. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame, and am set down with my Father in his throne. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches. You know what I'm saying? All things that Great Millstone talks about is accompanied to salvation, not getting a paycheck, not getting 100 per trillion followers. Okay? The Lord leads who he wants to lead to each prophet. Prophet just means to prophesy. And I don't even look at myself as a prophet. I look at myself as a servant. But he leads the people that he wants to lead to those servants to listen to that specific video because that's how he wanted to do it. I don't know what else to tell you. But everything is ordained. It said if a bird fall out of the sky, it's ordained. So if you come across a video and you watch it all the way through, that was ordained. If you don't, you're like, well, fuck this, it don't make no sense. That was ordained too. So I don't even worry about the shit. I just do the work, plant the seed, and the Lord, the rest of that's his job. I just try to fucking survive and make sure that I get my $2 a pack of Rolos every day so I can do it again. Isaiah chapter 6 verse 9. You wouldn't want to accompany yourself around somebody who said they didn't have the 100% truth anyways. Who has 75% of the truth, man? And if they say they do, or they go against the people who say they got the 100% truth, you're supposed to stay away from them people anyways, man. And that's how IUIC is trying to say that about Great Millstone. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart, which is their mind of this people, fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, which is their mind, and convert and be healed. What's the conversion? Converting to the doctrine of Bahasham Yahawashi. Then said I, Lord, Bahasham Yahawashi, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And the Lord have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. But yet in it shall be a tenth, and it shall return, and it shall be eaten, as a teil tree, and as an oak, whose substance is in them. When they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. And that's the Lord. He's sifting out 2/3 and 1/3. He's seeing who fears him and is going to do it to the best of their abilities. And we're doing this not even knowing if we're going to be saved. It's almost like, just like the Akim, they were having I was listening to several of Great Millstone Passover lessons before I did my own Passover. It's not necessarily my own Passover, but just, I'm alone. I had to do it alone. My own Passover, I wouldn't even say it's a ceremony. It's just a Passover prayer. Ask the Lord not to take the Qadash from me. Ask the Lord to keep me on the right path and to keep me humble and keep me in meekness and keep me doing this work. And, not to give me too much, because you know how it is. You give Jake $2, he gonna think he the shit and try to steal everybody else's $2 so he can get $4. And I'm not saying I'm like that. I just don't want the Lord to put the spirit on me to have that mindset. He can do it to anybody, man. And that Mississippi camp, that ex-Mississippi camp leader and Sakari and them are very good examples, because they had Sakari in the truth, man. And he went and just did that bullshit, man. Started talking about Elder Priest Ariel couldn't make it in the kingdom and stuff, man, them people, man, they lost their fucking mind. But hey, 1 Corinthians 11:19, there must be heresies among you. I'm not finna be one of them, man, Lord willing. Okay? I don't want no big following. I don't want none of that shit, man. I just wanna make it. And if I don't make it, I wanna die and go back to the crown of Yahawashi. He said, my faithful servant, you were meant to die. I written for you to die, but you held it out to the end. Because I asked him to do it. He was gonna do it. I can't do shit. I can't even keep a damn cell phone. John chapter 15, verse 14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, Yahawashi, I have made known unto you. And see, you know, I'm a servant of Yahawashi, but I do feel like, you know, he's treating me like one of his friends. He's trusting me with his doctrine. But I still feel like a servant, man. I still feel like I'm a servant because I'm new to the truth. I have faith in the Lord, but I'm not going to be someone who says that I'm any more than a servant because I haven't had his servants before me. They haven't laid hands on me and blessed me yet. They haven't laid hands on me and said, you're a brother. They haven't done that yet, so I don't want to step out of order. I got to keep making my election sure. Lord willing, they put the spirit on them to come across and say, hey, you're a brother now. Till then, I'm outside the flock. I'm doing camp, and, you know, Lord willing, I make it in. If not, I'm not. You know, I wasn't supposed to. You know? But, you know. But now I'm just a servant. I'm a little brother to the camps, to the leaders of Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Yahawashi, yeah, he says I'm his friend, but at the same time, you know, we disobey the laws and commandments. So I look at it like, Lord, why would you want to be my friend? I ain't shit, you know? But like he says, his ways is not our ways. I got to just stay humble, and Lord willing, he keeps me in this path. And, you know, he looks at me as one of his friends, you know? That's all I can do. I don't know for sure if he's going to save me out of it. But I do have faith that he will if I continue to the end. And I'm going to do my best of my abilities to make sure I pray that he does keep me in the truth to the end. Verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, which is doctrine, and that your fruit, your doctrine should remain, because it's from him. That whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. So you got all these churches out here, and they part of the world. But the Lord said if the world hates you, then you're on the right track, basically. So if you got $1 million church and you got a 503(1) tax write-off, that sounds like you part of the world, man. It sounds like you're part of the world. So hold on, let me check. Got 15 minutes, okay. Battery good, okay. It's starting to get a little colder. Don't want to stay too long. The weather's supposed to get bad. But I wanted to come out here and do another camp, Lord willing. I survive whatever's coming here tomorrow, because it's going to be the 7th, and it's right in the middle of Passover. And stuff gets bad, man. Stuff's going to get bad, okay? Everybody, I was last year coming into the truth, and I started doing videos real quick, and I was like, man, the time is not the same no more. And the time is a wicked time when it's finna get bad. The Lord put the spirit on me, man. He said, it's getting bad. You better hurry up, Mike. I'm not saying that, you know, saying hurry up. It was more like, it was a test. It was like, you better hurry up and get in my presence and get this down and figure out what's going on. And I tried my best and I failed, but I'm still here. I ain't left the truth. Lord's still dealing with me. I'm still teaching the right doctrine. But I'm still getting vexed. I'm still getting checked out by Great Millstone. They're still checking me out, seeing if I'm not in the gospel, seeing if I'm doing this for money. Well, guess what? I'm a fry cook now, so you know I ain't doing it for money. So that's the thing you can check off your list. Okay? I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I know the Lord wants us to do this. You know? So whether I get in the Great Millstone or not, man, I'm going to do this. So, John chapter 16, verse 13. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he shall show you things to come. He shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine, and shall show it unto you. All things that the Father, which is Yahawah, hath are mine. Therefore, said I, that he shall take of mine, and shall show it unto you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, where else do you see camps all over the world calling on any other name? You don't see no camps on the corner calling on Jesus Christ. You don't see no camps on the corner calling on Yah or Jah or Renara or all these other names, man. Only you see it in Great Millstone, calling on Yahawashi, Bahasham, man, and doing it to the best of their abilities, and don't have on all the same fringes, have a bunch of money, drive nice cars, and got precept packages breakdowns for $2.99. Like they selling chicken wings. Like we said earlier, Esau uses Jake to deceive Jake, man. He used them celebrities to get Jake to keep going off and keep sinning. It was getting a little chilly out here. It got chilly in like real quick. Like it was 78 degrees earlier today, and now it's feeling like 49, 58. And it's gonna drop more because the storm's coming back. They've been talking about it on the news. I'm gonna do an article tonight on it, Lord willing, and because electricity might go out again. So might as well do one tonight before it goes to disaster. Yeah, something's gonna happen. Lord willing, I make it out of Proverbs or Psalms, chapter 10, verse 10. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding of all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. And that's 110 verse 10. That's just one scripture that I wasn't even supposed to do that. But that's a good Lord put the Spirit on me to go ahead and read that. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You know, so how much more is his treasure is the ones who have been serving him like priest Ariah and all the elders and apostles on down. How much more treasure is them? They feared the Lord their whole lives. So Psalms chapter 10 verse 10 says, croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Yep. He has said in his heart, Yahawah hath forgotten. He hid his face, he will never see it. And that's what he's talking about to Jake. He's talking about Jake. He uses the poor, he uses the strong ones, the strong Jakes, to make the poor ones come into that way of sin, you know, your Jay-Z's and all your famous people. He uses them to get the younger Jakes and the ones that don't got a lot of money, you know, to go in that lifestyle. That's what it's talking about in Psalms 10:10. Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 5. So Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 5. It says, will he reserve his anger forever? Will he keep it to the end? Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things as thou couldest. The Lord Yahawashi said unto me in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel have done? She is gone up on every high mountain and under every green tree, and there have played the harlot, which means that we went to other doctrines and went to the other nations for comfort, you know? And the Lord, he's not going to keep his anger forever, man. If he did, then Sodom and Gomorrah would still be on fire, as we were talking about yesterday. He's going to take away his wrath after the day of judgment, and after he takes over all the kingdoms. He will take away his wrath. But, you know, he's still going to have wrath on, he's going to take his wrath away from Israel, and he's going to put it on not two-thirds, but he's going to put it on Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and also the tares. You know, because there's going to be some people that are in slavery that might look like so-called black people, but their fathers, Esau, Edom. And what's probably going to happen is he's going to suck all that melanin out of them. They're going to be identified. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, anybody who's a tare, they're going to be proud. They're going to be proud to be an Idumean. They're going to be proud. Okay, they're going to follow the system. They're going to believe in the system. They're going to take the M-A-R-K, the C-Hib. They're not going to have those spiritual breakdowns. They're not going to have that stuff. They're not going to believe in great millstone. And that's why I said you have to test them by the Spirit. That's how you know. And then you got two-thirds. They believe on Jesus Christ, Septus Christos. They believe on other stuff. They believe on whatever. You know, that's, but, you know, Great Millstone, they have some people that can discern spirits. They know who's Jake and they know who's not. And if you're not Jake, they're going to let you know. You know? They wouldn't have rebuked me and done anything if I wasn't Jake. So thank you, Bahasham for that. John chapter 2, verse 20. All right, got a little bit more, and got to go into a part 4. Let's do verse 19. So, let's do 18. Start at 18. But little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist, which is anti-Hamashiach, shall come. Even now there are many anti-Hamashiach, whereby we know that it is the last time. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been with us, they would have no doubt, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, which is Yahawashi, and ye know all things. I have not written unto you because ye not know the truth, because ye know not the truth, but because ye knew it, and that no lie is of the truth. So how you gonna have half the truth? How is Great Millstone gonna have half the truth, man? How they gonna prove you wrong on one thing and then not be truthful about the other thing? Because you got these people saying anybody who come to so-called Jesus Christ, anybody who comes to him, he'll save anybody. It don't matter. You can be Esau, Edom, you can be Moab, you can be anybody. Salvation is only for Israel, man. Verse 22, who is a liar that he denieth that Yahawashi is the Mashiach? And the Mashiach, Christ means anointed. And it says if not, it says he is anti-Mashiach, that denieth the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same have not the Father. But he that acknowledgeth the Son hath the Father also. So who does that? The ones who tries to keep the Sabbath. The ones that and not even try to keep it, but keep it, because that's not something hard to do, is to keep the Sabbath. That's not hard. But, you know, things like not eating pork, that's easy. Not having sex with your woman on the Sabbath, not doing sodomy, that kind of stuff, man. That's simple stuff you're not supposed to do, and Jake just do it and don't even give a fuck. What's going on, man? So we're gonna move over to a part 4.